Hi, my name's Carole and this is Hummingbird Spot. We're still in Costa Rica on our hummingbird photography quest. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, you can click up there and click down there to subscribe. We want you in our family. After leaving the Hotel Calitalis and Cafe Cristina, we were on our way to the next lodge, but Lisa Herb of Rancho Naturalista told us that we should stop at El Toucanet Lodge because they have hummingbird feeders outside their restaurant windows and we might find some interesting hummingbirds there. So we went to the El Toucanet Lodge and they were closed, but there was someone working in their kitchen who decided to let us in, and we went by the windows looking for the hummingbirds. While we were looking at the feeders, William Oriana spotted a flash of red from the trees across the grounds, and he found another new species for me, the Plain-capped Starthroat. Now, I actually have seen this bird before when I was in Mexico, but I didn't get any pictures of it, so I never counted it. But when you look up this bird on eBird, it says that it's very rarely photographed with its red gorget because the gorget usually looks black. But we were very lucky that day. The lighting was just right and this bird flashed us with his red gorget many times. The plain-capped starthroat is one of those species that has been seen inside the United States. It can be spotted in southeastern Arizona, but the bird is much more commonly found from Mexico down through western Panama. We didn't have access to the grounds at the El Toucanet Lodge, but they had really big windows in their restaurant that you could open, so we didn't have to shoot through the glass. There was another species that landed in the tree right in front of one of the windows, and that was a female scintillant hummingbird. You'll have to wait to see the male until I come back to Costa Rica again, and I will be coming back. The scintillant hummingbird, you have to look for it here in Costa Rica and only in far western Panama. We were invited for lunch at the Cloud Forest Reserve of Casa Tangara Dowii, which is the headquarters for birdwatching Central America and the home of Serge Arias. Now, Serge he's a local ecology expert, and he's also a great cook. He prepared for us a traditional Costa Rican meal of sweaty chicken and toad water. The translation: chicken stew with local spices and lemon with ginger and raw sugar. Comida deliciosa. Afterwards, we checked into our next lodge, the Paraíso Quetzal, and went immediately looking for hummingbirds. Now, off their back deck, they've got some hummingbird feeders and a lot of plants, and this is one of the best places to see the fiery-throated hummingbird. Now, this hummingbird is stunning, and I have a lot of birders among my friends, and they all tell me there are tons of them. Everybody sees them here. Not everybody. We looked for this hummingbird for the next few days, not only here at the Paraíso Quetzal, but other places in the area, and there were none. Well, let me correct that. There was one. I did get a quick picture of one that happened to land for a couple seconds on the balcony, and there's a leaf in the way of its head. This is the picture I got. But this is another one I'm going to have to get when we come back. Now, I was told that this bird is always around, except for a few weeks in the late summer, because there's a flowering tree that they love, and they all go to that area to feed on these flowers. Wouldn't you know, that's when I arrived looking for the bird. But another new species I did see on the deck here was the Talamanca Hummingbird. Now, this bird was split off a couple years ago from the Rivalese hummingbird, which we photographed in Arizona and again in Honduras. Now, the Rivalese and the Talamanca were one species called the magnificent hummingbird, but now since it's been split, this one is a new one. The Talamanca hummingbirds were numerous here at the Paraíso Quetzal and in other places in the area. This is a gorgeous bird, and we got many pictures of both the male and the female. Now, if you want to see the Talamanca hummingbird, you have to come to Costa Rica or Western Panama. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell, because next Sunday we're wrapping up our Costa Rica photography quest with a couple of new species, including the beautiful volcano hummingbird. And make sure you subscribe, because you're not going to believe what's coming up next. I am leaving in less than 2 weeks for Colombia, and we're going to try to photograph a very rarely photographed hummingbird, and you are not going to want to miss this. See you next Sunday.